a planet called Gracia in the universe. This planet was once beautiful and prosperous, but as time went on, the corruption of power caused the planet to fall into the rule of darkness. The ruler Rex is a ruthless ruler who suppresses any resistance with powerful force, making the residents of the entire planet live in fear. However, in this dark era, there is still a brave heart beating. This person is called Carl, a young pilot with extraordinary flying skills. Carl's parents were once members of the rebels, so they were captured by Rex. He was determined to overthrow this tyranny and liberate his home since he was a child. One night, Carl received a message in a secret base. It is said that there is a mysterious energy hidden on the distant Elser star that can help them resist the rulers. Carl's heart ignited hope, and he decided to go to Elser star alone to find this energy. "Carl, are you really going? Rex's men will be very dangerous," his good friend Mia said worriedly. "I must go," Carl answered firmly. "If I don't try, Gracia will be oppressed forever." So Carl embarked on a journey to Elser. He drove his modified spaceship, crossed the endless starry sky, experienced storms and darkness, and finally arrived at the mysterious planet. The scenery of Elser is like a dream, with the blue ocean and towering mountains complementing each other, and the air is filled with strange fragrance. Carl explored this unknown land, looking for the legendary energy. In a deep valley, he found an ancient temple with a strange light flashing inside. "This is what I'm looking for," Carl cheered and walked into the temple. In the center of the temple, he saw a huge crystal ball emitting a dazzling brilliance. Carl knew that this was the legendary energy. He approached gently, and the moment his hand touched the crystal ball, countless pictures emerged in his mind. The history of the planet, the intelligent creatures, and how they use this energy to maintain peace and freedom. However, just as Carl was intoxicated by these pictures, Rex's men suddenly broke into the temple. "Catch him! Don't let him take the energy!" the leading guard shouted. "Run!" Carl's heart tightened, and he quickly grabbed the crystal ball and rushed to the exit of the temple. He ran through the jungle under the pursuit of the guards. Finally, he successfully escaped to the spaceship, and the engine of the spaceship started with a roar. "Go!" he shouted in the spaceship, and the spaceship quickly took off and rushed into the depths of the interstellar. The guards chased him hard behind, but Carl successfully got rid of them with his extraordinary flying skills. On the way back to Gracia, Carl silently thought about the power and knowledge of the crystal ball in his heart. He understood that true freedom depends not only on powerful energy, but also on people's unity and courage. After arriving in Gracia, Carl immediately summoned the members of the Resistance and showed them the crystal ball. "This is our hope," he said excitedly. "It not only gives us strength, but also teaches us how to unite and resist tyranny." The members of the Resistance looked at the crystal ball and felt a kind of power surging in their hearts. They decided not to be afraid anymore, unite, and launch an unprecedented resistance. On a starry night, the members of the Resistance gathered together, waving flags, preparing to launch the final attack. They strengthened their weapons with the power of the crystal ball, made a detailed plan, and launched an attack on Rex's castle. The battle was fierce and cruel, but Carl and his companions always maintained a firm belief. They shouted, "Fight for freedom!" With the support of the power of the crystal ball, the Resistance gradually gained the upper hand. After a hard battle, they finally overthrew Rex's rule and liberated the planet Gracia. Cheers echoed in the air, and the residents united to celebrate this hard-won victory. Carl stood in the center of the square, looking at the smiling faces of the people, and his heart was full of emotion. He knew that this victory was not only the achievement of the resistance, but also the hope of all those who bravely pursued freedom. He smiled and raised the crystal ball and said to everyone, "This is our strength and our common future." Since then, the planet Gracia has been renewed, and people have begun to rebuild their homes and cherish peace and freedom under the inspiration of the crystal ball. Carl became a hero of the planet, but he remained humble and continued to work with his companions to promote the progress of the planet. This story spread in Gracia and became a symbol of bravery and unity. Whenever people look up at the stars, they will remember the young pilot who fought for freedom and the hope he conveyed.